What is going on? I'm Zedma. We are here doing my Operation Hits for the week of December the 6th. We're going to be attacking Massive Attack, and we're going to be getting into Phobos. Before we do that, as you can see, we've got lots of HQ23 goodness going on. Need to look into the armory here to show you that I have not upgraded the shock bomb yet. And the reason why that is important is because we are going to be using a shock bullet hit. I think, let's just show you that note. I'd like to throw that do not enter sign there, just so that people know not to hit it. But as you can see here, I don't mind if people do hit it. It's just that generally some people don't look at notes, so that's more of an eye-catching thing than anything. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to walk up. We're going to do, check this out by the way, Flotsam. They've added some new prototypes to operations. All I've seen so far is Flotsams and one other. Can't remember what it is off the top of my head. Slowly introducing, no microwavers yet. Super, super smart. Well done, Boom Beach. I don't know if that was on purpose, or I assume it was, but well done. We're going to try and shock bullet right next to this shock launcher. We're going to pull our Zookas back between this mortar and this flamethrower, and hopefully blow some stuff up. How well it's going to go, I can't say, but the reason why we're going to the left-hand side is because there's no rocket launchers on the right, on the left that reach, and over here we've got rockets and machine guns and shock launchers, and then machine guns down here. So left-hand side does look a bit better. We're going to do a drop from the left-hand side of the beach, just because anywhere below these flamethrowers is safe, whereas on the right-hand side, not all the way safe. Need to clear some mines in here. We are using level 22 Zookas, and we need to clear all sorts of mines, because our troops are going to walk generally somewhere in through these mines. They're going to park over here by these mines. We got to go through these boom mines. So, thankfully, I do have 5 GBE statues, and I don't think we're going to need more than 2 shocks. So we're going to have 3 shocks. We're going to shock bullet up by the shock launcher, and then we're going to have to shock some flamethrowers and some mortars. And there is 1.7 million health on the core. 1.8 million health. Sorry, I always do terrible at rounding. Anyways, let's get into this. I'm a little bit afraid I'm not going to have enough GBE, or that bullet's going to die, or that these rocket launchers are going to overshoot bullet. There's so many concerns here, because this, with only having 5 GBE statues, could be a problem. Might have wanted to get someone to go first with 6 GBE statues so they can clear some mines, but hopefully this is going to be a solo. My attacks last week I did not upload, partially because of the Mega Crab, partially because of the HQ23 upgrade, and all sorts of craziness in the Boom Beach. Last week was a crazy good week for Boom Beach. All sorts of new hype, all sorts of new momentum, so that Operation Attacks had to wait a little bit. Sorry if you were one of the few people who were waiting for it. It seemed like the Operation Attacks were well received, so it's a little bit unfortunate I couldn't get those out, but did not want to flood the channel. So, now that that's done, let's get into it. I promise my next attack in this sequence will be much, much faster. I'm going to put my barrage, I think, on the front corner of this flamethrower. That way we can get these mines. Oh, there's no mine in behind that. Yes, there is. Okay, so I'm going to throw it on the front corner of that flamethrower, hoping to get all of the mines. If we don't get it, then we're going to have to talk. I am going to be using a stop right behind this flamethrower, I think is my best option. Let's just go. Can't overthink this too much. We're just going to go. I'm going to throw my barrage right about there, hopefully getting all of the things. So far, the first couple hits have been good. After that, we did not have a lot of success, so a little bit unfortunate, but hopefully we're going to have enough of a gap with Bullet where Bullet could clear some of those mines for us, and if not, we're going to be in a world of pain. So we're going to come between that flamethrower and that cell, so we should be able to clear this, and that should clear all the mines we need to get all of our troops walking. Oof. Dangeroso. Now, let's get walking from here, getting out of the range of those left rocket launchers. Sorry if I'm babbling. All of these things are going through my head quickly as I'm trying my best to get the op hit in. So, we're going to drop Bullet like so. We're going to drop our Zookas like that. And then we're going to drop up into here. Now, the reason for that exact flare location is we want those buildings to make our troops get nice and skinny. By dropping in between two buildings, you can basically guarantee that your troops are going to walk where you want them to walk. And now I'm going to use that beautiful, beautiful wall flare, get that javelin flare rocking, and oh no, I'm in for a world of pain unless all of my troops make a turn here. And we're going to get back into here, hopefully getting our Zookas back away. Now, I was fairly... Oh man, I've lost so many troops, unfortunately, so that's not going to go super, super well. And I don't have enough shocks, so low on GBE, low on troops. At least we've cleared the mines. Ugh, just bad news all over the place. So, not starting the week off on a high note. Managed to clip some mines. At least the mines were clear, right? And now the next person should be able to follow that. They'll have far, far more GDE. They'll have at least, what's that? I think I used 3 artillery, so we're looking at, they're going to have at least, I would say, 23 more GDE than I did. So, little bit sloppy on my part. I called the solo and did not get it. So let's update that note. That is the first hit for the week. Hopefully the next hit is going to be better. Hopefully you guys are enjoying HQ 23. I'll be back fairly soon. Thanks for coming in. What is going on? We are back. Today is Wednesday. Just uploaded my War Factory video. It's towards the end of the op. I'm going to double dip here, so we should be able to record 2 ops on one day. We're going to do Titan, and we're going to do Titan in a way that I think I invented. If you think otherwise, feel free to let me know. We're going to hit back here using the Everspark shield. Have not used the Everspark shield in a long, long time. Basically, Everspark's going to hack this mortar right here, and then we're going to do some amazingness. It's one of those things you have to see. If you've never seen it before, it's pretty cool. Anyways, as you can see here, I've got warriors loaded. But I started a landing craft upgrade for the first time in forever, so I've preloaded it with Zookas. Just a reminder, it's always, always better to load those troops before you start the landing craft upgrade. That way you're ready for your operation hit, and once it's empty, it's not a big deal. But diamond finishing your landing craft for 329 diamonds is a lot more expensive than simply loading Zookas before you hit your upgrade. So super little tip that hopefully you guys remember from way back the last time you upgraded your landing crafts, but figured I'd go over that one more time because it's been a long time and I had to make a conscious effort to do that because it's been so long. So just, even if you have to spend 10, 13 diamonds to load your Zookas to start your landing craft upgrade, it's worth it so that your task force doesn't complain when you only attack using 7 boats. So we are going to use Everspark here. I have not done this attack in a long, long time. I want to say it's been probably 2 years since I've done this attack, so it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. We do have 7 attacks left for this one base, so I'm not super concerned if I was to screw up. Probably would have thought this through a little bit more otherwise, but I've been on such a hot streak with my operation attacks, yeah right, that I am just figured, what the heck, let's do it. Now, I like to drop my troops a little bit wonky on this base as well. I like to do a diagonal drop. It's this is the perfect base for doing a diagonal drop. I'll show you what that means in a second. Anyways, I have checked the health. As you can see, this mortar has 146,000 health. This one has 147. So we should be in good shape. Should hit this mortar with the hack, which is going to get this laser shooting sideways through the mortar and missing all of our troops in a perfect world. We're just going to have to wait and find out. Now, the reason why I want to use Everspark hack is because otherwise it's one very difficult hack on these rockets. 2, 3, 4, probably 5 shocks. So by doing it this way, we can probably get away with just 2 shocks. 1 up here, 1 up here. Everything else should be safe and sound. We're going to find out. Hopefully I don't look as foolish as I have on the rest of my hits so far this week. Let's get into it. So much babbling. So I'm going to use my flare to right there. It's a little bit of a different path, but I find that it works very, very well, especially because that corner building is not a mortar. If that corner building is a mortar, you need to be a little bit more careful, but since it's just a machine gun, I mean, or a what's that thing called? A cannon. It's no problem at all. So now we need to get Everspark walking since our Zookas have already passed that yellow line. don't want to get Everspark hit by the cannon. Want to keep our delay. Keeping your delay is fairly important on this one, but not life or death. Now, as soon as I throw my next smoke, I am going to refresh my flare. Don't know exact points as far as where that needs to be done, but I figure once I get an extra smoke and flare out there, we should be in pretty good shape. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go 2 smokes into the corner, and the reason for that is we need to use this smoke so that all of the things target that target our critters first off, because if they don't, what's going to happen is all of the things are going to shoot. Uh-oh, they're shooting over the mortar. Stop shooting over the mortar. That wasn't supposed to happen. Let's get one more hack out just so that we can hopefully help the rest of the task force out by removing a shock at the very, very least, I suppose. Let's get one more hack. I didn't get the hack out. So, did not work as well as it should have. Typically, I'll have to look back. I'm guessing it was in the blind spot of a bunch of those rocket launchers. But that typically works very, very well. I just want to quickly see exactly where I failed. This video is just shaping up to be non-stop highlight reel fails. Those Zookas, as soon as your Zookas cross the yellow line, do drop Everspark or Bullet, whatever it might be. Probably Shocking Bullet might have been better. The late drop on Bullet would have had him perfectly placed for a shock there, as you can see, but we're just going to have to see exactly what happened here. Now, I might have wanted to damage this mortar so that the laser targeted away from our Zookas, or maybe the critters were too far to the inside and the laser shot through the critters and killed our Zookas. We're going to find out in about 3, 2, 1 what the heck happened here. So, boom and boom. So those shocks are good. The shocks themselves are pretty good. Now, what does the laser shoot through? The laser shoots right through that front critter and takes... Now, why is this... I guess... So these... I should have shocked these side rockets because they were closer to the Zookas than the mortar. So, lesson learned. No, typically there aren't rockets here, so that would explain why I'm not used to that being a total screw-up on my part. Did I not flare the core? Please tell me I flared the core. I am not seeing a flare on the core, so that was just screw up on my part. Should have flared the core, most definitely. Wow, at least we cleared 1 shock, maybe? I don't think we even did that, to be completely honest, because these machine guns will still range, so just awful on my part. The streak continues. We'll have to try and pick an easy one for next op, but someone should be able to finish that. We've got 6 beast hitters left. So that's the video for today. I'm just going to pause. We'll talk to you in about, what does that say? 1 hour and 47 minutes. You can't see that because my Twitter is up there. By the way, do go follow me on Twitter. There's magical stuff involved sometimes. Anyways, that's it. Okay, now the debate. Would you rather save your 10 powder, or would you rather spend 303 diamonds? I'm going to spend the diamonds just because my hits have been so fantastic lately. I feel like we need to get some more hits as soon as possible. That is 100% sarcasm, as you likely know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the most ambitious attack I can find, just to go for that route. In the past, I've tried to pick the gimme, and we're just gonna stay with the ambitious, stay with something ridiculously fun. And so what's more ambitious than trying to solo rogue, right? I mean, might as well just go for a soda. Now, chances are, just a disclaimer, I'm not gonna solo rogue. That is not gonna happen this time, but we're hoping to come somewhat reasonably close-ish. Again, not gonna happen, but we're gonna go something towards that neighborhood, and let's just grab our diamonds. I mean, not our diamonds, our gold, I should say. I'm gonna try and buy something in my armory here. Don't have quite enough diamond. Let's upgrade that boom mine. What the heck? Just to keep the upgrade train moving along. Now into the operation. Let me know if you think I should just cut to all the operation stuff and skip all this jibber jabber. Otherwise, what we're going to do here is we're going to attack Rogue, and I probably should have put, let's go like this and put my name on it, just so that no one attacks it while I'm chatting here. Now what we're going to do here is I'm going to farm a bunch of GBE. We're going to get some GBE from these cells and from these cells. And then we're going to go back and we're going to hopefully hack that rocket launcher. Not entirely sure if that's going to work or not. 10.5 tile radius for Miss Brick. So I think we should be able to get that. 3, 6, 9 should reach, but we're going to find out very, very quickly here. Anyways, let's just get into it, and we'll chat more after I completely and utterly botch this attack. So we're going to drop some Grenadiers over into here, one, and we're going to drop some Grenadiers over into here as well. And those are just going to farm all sorts of cells for us. We're going to get a bunch of GBE, and that's going to help us do some barraging. So definitely need to barrage some things in here. Some people like to use critters to clear these mines. Probably maybe should have considered that because it would have helped. But we're also going to get rid of these mines here and these mines here. Those ones need to go away. Now, a lot of people clear these mines down below that boom cannon where that shock mine is. I'm not going to do that. We're going to live a little bit dangerously. I am going to go like this, though. We're going to clear these mines and these mines because all of this stuff is just setting us up for failure if we don't get them all. Now you can see that health bar on those machine guns. We need to make sure that we get this rocket launcher down below those health bars. Where are we at here? Need to get probably one more artillery on there. Hopefully that gets down below. Let's see here. So that is sitting at about 83%. Those are sitting at about 90% just based on complete and absolute utter guesses. So all the mines should be clear. All of our Grenadiers are almost dead. Just waiting on that one to finish throwing things. Probably should get a move on fairly quickly, but he's pretty close to getting me at least 3, 6 more GBE, so I'm going to give it about 10 more seconds, maybe 3 more of those potato mashers. Oh, that was so close. There we go. So it all paid off. Now we're going to flare over into here. He's going to get walking. Now, obviously, he walks faster than Zukas, so we can drop our Zukas in behind him. This is going far too smoothly. I can already tell I am going to screw it up. Now, that boom cannon does us a favor and actually kills that Grenadier. Works out fairly well. Now, I think that actual smoke was way too early, but I'd rather do it too early than too late because we've got a whole bunch of GBE at this point. Now, before your Zukas get there, we're going to flare onto the second bit of the crown on that statue. I always use the second piece of the crown. I find that it works every single time. So far, everything is progressing fairly smoothly, which is making me a little bit nervous. Now, next, I'm going to flare as close to that. Uh-oh. See how we said something was going to go wrong? Everything was going to go wrong? Oh, she's dead. This whole entire plan just went out the window. So we're going to have to shock 1 and 2. Did I hit the shock launcher, rocket launcher? No, I did not. So need to get that last shock out, and I always miss that one shock for whatever reason it might be. Total and utter failure. Let's throw our GBE, our last barrage on this left-hand side rocket launcher. Next person can hack that. Everspark died. I don't know if she stepped out of smoke or what the heck she was doing. But it's continuing. This video is all about terrible attacks by me. I mean, I wouldn't put it as fully terrible. We cleared all the mines up into here, and we got 1 machine gun done, so... And the most damage defense is still that rocket launcher, so the next person can come up there, universal remote, that rocket launcher, use 1 shock here and 1 shock here, and do okay. Overall, not super satisfying. Let me know if you guys ever ended up in streaks like this, if you have a fix to get out of your slump. Otherwise, I shall talk to you soon. We're going to go into tomorrow's video. I still got to work on my transition between videos. I'll be back in just a moment. Friday, getting down on Friday. Last operation attack before I upload. I was going to consider doing 2 more, but I just can't wait 6 hours for that last hit. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to do the super ambitious hit just like every other time this week. If at first you don't succeed, try and try and try and try again. And hopefully once you'll get it right. Hasn't happened to me yet. Now, a bunch of you said that you had suggestions on how to bump your slump. BVD throwing out there the go do foxtrot. That's an easy solution, to be honest. Jump on the Hopper Network. Please, if you have questions about the Hopper Network, go into my comments. I was going to say slide into my DMs, but let's keep this on the up and up. Throw it in the YouTube comments, and the Hopper Network is a great place to fail, really. I mean, there's a bunch of people asking for hits. Obviously, don't go in trying to fail, but you can bump some rust there pretty quickly. Now, please don't take that out of context and say, Zedmot said to come in here and fail. No, no, no. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to attack Rogue. It's going to be magically awesome. As you can see, someone's already opened. They used Grenadiers to farm all these cells. You probably have seen me do that if you haven't seen other people do it. Then they went up here, they barraged this rocket launcher here, then they then came back up here and cleared. I'm thinking there's going to be some mines back there behind the core. So what we're going to do, I'm going to Houdini hack this rocket launcher. I have not done the math yet to figure out. So what you can do is you can just do 35713 over 8600 plus 29 blah blah blah. Or you can just zoom in really close and look at the health bars. You need to have the rocket launcher have the lowest health bar, so I'm going to make sure that we have that. Then I'm going to walk back up into this corner. We're going to clear all of the buildings, and then we're going to finish the core. Now, chances of all of that happening, I've got to say, are very, very, very slim, but we're going to give it a shot. The fact there's no shock launcher down here means that if I screw this up, when I screw this up, at least my Zookas are not going to get wrecked by a shock launcher down here, so higher chance, higher probability of things going well. First up, before every op hit, make sure you have your tribes boosted. Super, super important. You can tell I have been into the warships. Always check your tribes. I know things are buggy. Supposed to be fixed next week is the word, I believe. Also, make sure you buy those raw crystals because the prices go down to 500,000. Make sure before they fix the bug you have 4,800 raw crystals. Otherwise, that could be very, very unhappy for you. So anyways, let's get into this hit. I'm going to show you one quick thing first of all before I do the attack. If you're ever wondering about this path, you see that crown? You can see the crown on the masterpiece. Starting on the right-hand side, I always flare at the second point of the crown. Hopefully that makes sense to you. If you've ever done this walk, I find people do like these weird intermediate flares. Please use the well-known flare path. Watch the attacks before you. I've seen way too many attacks where people have the exact path to follow and they end up using different flares. If the flares work for the person before you, don't change them up. Check YouTube. These are known paths. I did not make them up, but it just frustrates me to no end when someone will take a known attack and try to change it, try to improve it. Oh, thank goodness we have the cryo bomb, so I can actually clear all of the mines around the core, which is going to be somewhat helpful. Let's see if we can do that right now. Minor, somewhat helpful here. Now we can get this rocket launcher tagged. Now I need to get a move on. I'm going to get walking because if there's for some reason I can manage to finish this core, not sure if that's actually a possibility or not. We need to get going ASAP. Now this flare, there's a bunch of different places where people put that flare. I'm not 100% certain. I just spoke about how you need to use the well-known flares and you have to practice them and don't change them, but I'm not exactly sure where that flare is even supposed to be. Now before my ladies start to spread out, we need to get that back flare going, otherwise they will walk wide and we don't want them to walk wide for obvious reasons. I'm going to push the hack button. Now you need 2 to 3 tiles for Everspark to finish up her hack. So I'm going to give her a bit of space to get into there. Hopefully it's not too much space. We're going to find out in about 3, 2, 1. There we go. We actually got it out. Can you believe it? Things are actually going. We're just waiting. I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop at this point. Something is going to go wrong in this attack very, very soon. We have enough GBE. We have troops. What in the world is happening? Something going well. I'm going to throw a med kit just because all of my troops have like 0 health. Don't know that we actually require a med kit, but we're going to find out very, very soon. Let's chuck these ones. I think not bad, not bad. I mean, definitely could have been better, but we got the machine guns down. We made a nice little snuggle spot there for our troops. The sniper tower, if I had a little bit extra GBE, I would probably flare that so the next person doesn't have to deal with it. But we got rid of the rocket launcher. Our Houdini hack came off with no issues. Our Zookas are still alive, doing a little bit of damage to the core, and the next person can finish. So that's probably my best operation attack of the day, or of the week, I should say, which is a lot bit sad. Last week's were all fairly epic, and this week's were all fairly lesson number 6, always have the sad trombone at the ready. You could never have too many sad trombones, as I showed you this week with my operation attack. So now we're going to let the Zookas do some damage here. We've got, what's that, 5 Zookas. They're probably going to do couple 100,000 damage over the time of 1 minute and 14 seconds. Definitely gonna help that next person. Realistically, never ever retreat at this point. You can definitely force close your app and the rest of the attack will be finished, but never ever retreat at this point, because there's way too many times where a base will end up what the heck? Look on the ground there. Can you guys see that on at like the 3 o'clock between the core and the building? Right about there, there's like there's like a machine gun piece on the ground. I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't know if the shield is keeping it there. Sadly, we're not going to burn the shield, but it looks like the shield sort of like kept a machine gun piece there. Maybe over here though. I just have way too much time to look at things right now. But on the rest of the broken machine guns, there's no pieces, so that's kind of different and strange. Anyways, let me know in the comments how your operation hits this week. Maybe it's like a full moon week and everyone had bad hits. Maybe I am doing the bad hits and everyone else is getting good hits because of me evening out the universe or whatever. Anyways, that are the operation hits. Yes, that are for December the 6th, the week of December the 6th. Together we boom, episode number 4, I believe we're at. Let me know if you like this series, if you like watching me fail. In the past, I have not been very good about uploading fails because I don't like showing my vulnerabilities to the world, maybe, something like that. Anyways, let me know if you like sharing your fails, if you like seeing me fail, if there's anything that I did in this video that you learned or saw or were interested in. Anyways, that's it for me. I'm Zedmot. As always, thanks for coming in. Peace!